So today I'll be talking all about therapy. Why therapy? Well, it's been the most helpful for me in my healing process, and I want to just get the awareness out more of why I think more people should go and try it. So we'll get into the other stuff later of, why you would go to therapy, of, maybe you're battling depression, maybe there's other trauma going on, abuse in your family that you can't just keep bottling up inside, because at some point you're just gonna crack, or it'll just collapse. It's like, how can I use Bridget's to-do list. It's like your thin paper, and then you just keep stacking all these other problems up, and slowly it's just gonna bend and crumble. So we want to have a therapist to kind of like lighten up the load and kind of weave their way through and help fix certain problems one at a time. You can't do it all at once, and it takes time. So it does take time. It can take months, years, depending on how long you've dealt with the trauma or abuse. It's gonna take maybe the same amount of time or more, however long you've dealt with it. So for me, I started going a few months ago, maybe around a year ago now, or over a year ago, I started. And at first, this was when I was in Vancouver. The therapist I saw, again, it was very new to me. There was a lot on my chest. I was like, I didn't know what to think about just telling some stranger about all these maybe messed up things that have happened to me. And, I'd be thinking too much about, what are they going to think of me if I tell them all of this, and are they going to see me different? Just overthinking too much, which is a dangerous thing. So yeah, I pushed myself. I did it. I went. And first session, since there's just so much anxiety being built up, again, for me, I was worried about having a panic attack because I was having a lot of those at the time. I was under a lot of stress, so this was my best option to try and just fix whatever I was going through. So yeah, I went there. I sat on her couch. Again, they usually sit across from you, or they try to make it as comfortable as they can. You can lie down if you wanted to, whatever best suits you. So yeah, I just sat normally and just was preparing and thinking about, what is she gonna ask me? And just overthinking. The first session is usually them just wanting to get to know you, and they start from the beginning. So I had to start way back to my childhood. And so again, if you've had a lot of trauma, this is gonna take a couple sessions to cover everything, and then they'll give their advice and kind of just dive in more to again, they go into your dreams. My other therapist, the second one that I had, who was the best one for me, she did hypnosis. That's where she was just tapping my legs and saying a few words, and then I suddenly went into this sleep state, and she had me envisioning my dream, one dream in particular that we talked about. So I was going deeper into that so I could kind of place myself there and try to pick out things. And she would ask me, what do you see? Like, what's going on right now? Where are you? Who's there? Normally when you wake up from a dream, shortly after, you don't remember exactly what happened. You just remember the main parts, but you don't remember all the details. And in that state, I could remember all the details. So I was just walking through the whole dream, which was pretty weird, but very cool. So again, she's asking me all these questions because she's pulling all this information out and writing in her notebook to use for later. So my first therapist, as I was just going on and talking about from the beginning, after she got to know me, we kind of start from the beginning, and then it's only an hour session. So by the time, like, it goes by so quick. So you're thinking that you're just sitting in there and it's going to take forever and you're just going to be all like sad afterwards. But after the first session, I just felt a huge relief, a huge weight come off my shoulders. Like, oh, okay, someone actually understands me, and this is a normal thing for her. She's seen other people deal with this, and she's able to help me. Okay, I feel a little bit more normal. We're getting somewhere. This feels good. So then I went back. And then I did a few sessions with her before I moved to Alberta. And that's where I found my second therapist, who I still see. And she's done the most help for me. So again, she's done, the hypnosis. She will, again, at the start, get to know me, write it in her little book, and then start from the beginning and make our way to the end, and just picking out certain situations in my life that could be useful and lead to why I'm dealing with maybe depression or this anxiety now, and then she can find a way to fix it. Because they're pretty much just finding the source. So when you're going into talking about all your life experiences of just certain scenarios that you thought were damaging, that's like opening up Pandora's box. It's just, it's raw. It's raw. You may cry, which happens. It gets to be very emotional. Because again, it's very upsetting to go back into that and to dive deeper into certain stories of just having to relive it is the most emotional part of it. So as you're getting more emotional, it's bringing up all these feelings that you felt at the time, and again, it's like opening a wound that was never healed, and that's what we're trying to do. But every time I left a session, I felt better, 100%. Well, not 100%, but just a little bit better. My mood kept changing, and she even showed me on a chart, what's your mood today, and how do you feel after the session? And then I picked my mood, and it's like, oh, okay, now I'm feeling, a bit better, maybe 2 points up. Some people think therapy is a myth. I frankly thought that too. I didn't know enough about it. I didn't understand it. You'd think, oh, they're just sitting there and they're listening to you ramble on, and it's not going to get anywhere, as if it's someone you can just rant to. Kind of like that, but not exactly. Because they actually do want to help you, and they give you advice. So they're not just, taking in your information. They're giving back and saying, oh, well, maybe this is why that happened, and just giving an outside perspective from yours. So again, maybe there's something that you didn't catch, and they point out, and they said, oh, well, maybe this is why you feel this way because of this happened, or they see like, oh, well, this person did this to you, and that's not normal. That's not okay. That's not, like, no one should ever do that to a person. And some things that you just didn't know before and you didn't understand, and they make it very clear to you, and you just gotta listen. And the amount of time that you can go to therapy is fully dependent on you. I think I was going maybe once a week whenever I could, after the work week. Because again, they're hour sessions, so you can even go after work, just whenever you get the free chance to go. Because you have to make sure the therapist that you want to see is working the days that you're free, and there's all that mumbo jumbo. Very new to this. I feel like I'm just talking to myself, but then I'm going to be posting this, so someone else is going to hear it, hopefully. And some people might be scared to reach out to someone. It's completely normal. I was the same way. I was very, I'd say, mute, very shy, kept everything to myself. I couldn't even people in my family, I'd still keep things in because maybe I was afraid of the response that I would get, which is very real. I just didn't feel normal talking about it. I didn't want to be weird or seem broken. I just wanted to pretend that everything was okay, when in reality you can only do that for so long until one day you just snap. And when you start therapy and you start going through all of these emotional times that you dealt with, then again, opening a raw wound, you're gonna cry. It's very emotional, and they know how to handle that. It's fine. You just, you talk your way through, and eventually the more you talk about it, it gets easier and easier and easier. And again, that's why I'm able to talk about what I will be now. This is just my own opinion. I've researched it a little bit. That's it. I'm not a professor. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but again, this is just my own point of view. I researched a little bit and just pulled any information I could and kind of gathered that and jumbled it into my own scenarios and just pretty much giving my own take on everything. And that's it. There's not any cold hard facts. I will give some just to maybe prove a point. But yeah, mainly this is just my point of view on everything. You may still think that therapy is not for you, you don't believe in it. It's okay. I'm just, trying to give my side of things in hopes that maybe I can talk someone into giving it a try. And good thing you try it. If it didn't work for you, there's always other things that you can try. And if you did try it and it helped you, great. I'm glad I could do that. Because I knew I haven't been talking to the camera. So I just realized I'm supposed to be speaking into the camera and not just talking to myself. I'm gonna fix that. So for future videos, I'll just try to, stare right into your eyes. I hope someone obtained something from this video. I hope. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped somebody. And if it did, great. I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, feel free to subscribe if you want to, get more notifications about when I post things. I'm planning to post, gonna post, I think, every Sunday. I'll see how that goes. See how fast I can make these videos and edit them. Haven't done that just yet. We're gonna give that a try. So I'll try to post every Sunday and see how that goes. Subscribe so you see my little notification pop up, and yeah, then you can come sit down and talk with me. And yeah, that's everything for today. I hope most or all of you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.